Hello everyone, and welcome to Attingham Park on FS22. This is it, this is the start of the FS22 series, and I am here down at the shop with this guy. So this is what I've bought as a car. Because we did have a car to start with, it was the only thing we owned. On Attingham, when you start, you own a car, and you have a bunch of stuff on lease. We also only started with these two sections here. No farmyard. So what I've done is I have leased number 19 and this one. So actually we are leasing, i.e. renting, our own home. And this comes with a dairy as well as a sheep pen, which is also called dairy for some reason. So as you can see, we've got a lot of grassland. That is sorghum. And is that growing? It is growing. Cool. Up here is also grass. So we've got a lot of grass to work. That is actually... is that grass? Yes. Yeah, so basically everything we own is grass. So I think we're probably going to change field 35. We're going to drill it up. So, we've got this lovely car. So what we need to do is drive over to where our main base is. So if we head out of here, we need to go to this main road. I have to remember we're driving on the left here. This is the UK. Go. So I also have to remember that these cars, oops, like to spin. They like to skid out a lot. I found that yesterday when I was driving the truck. Now I don't know if it's all of them or if it's just the one I was using yesterday. Maybe this one's got more grip. But we're going to head down here, show you the inside of the Landy. Looks very nice. So I got this from Elite. I do not know who the original author is, I'll be honest. Elite has edited it, but I don't think he's built the model. If he has, he's going to shout at me in the comments section for sure. But anyway, we are here, Attingham Park, finally doing a series on FS22. And that is not where we need to go. It's a bit of a strange layout on here, because what we've got is all of our stuff is kind of on the other side of the river, but I haven't yet discovered a road that goes there, which means we have to drive all the way around. However, I think we can go through here. It looks like we can. So I apologise because I've got to have the map open on large view so that I can actually see where I'm going. So yes, it looks like we head down here. We can get there. Now I'm obviously playing with the sound off like normal, but I did already have a Landy Defender that I downloaded from a link in Elite server. One that's available for everyone to use. Oh, apparently I should have taken a left earlier on. Yes, so there was one in there, and when I told Elite about it, he said, no, don't use that one, use this one, it's got better sound. So apparently it's got better sound. I have no idea. So, where are we going? I assume down here? Is this right? I am completely lost, I'll be honest. Yes, okay, so that's the biogas plant. And that is where all of our equipment is currently stored. Don't ask me why we start with a biogas plant and a field and everything leased. It's an interesting way of doing it. But it does mean, obviously, we start with a silage pit and the ability to sell stuff at the biogas plant. So that isn't a bad thing. Here we go. So, switch him off. I can now shrink that as well. So we've got a John Deere 7810. We've got a JCB telehandler with a nice big bucket. We've got a very small mower, a windrower, and this guy. So I think the idea is that we should be making silage. Which is a pretty good idea, to be honest. Because we own the biogas plant, so why not? Now, what can we do here? So we can make silage. So we can use silage to make energy methane and digestate, or we can use slurry, or we can use manure, or we can use sugar beet cut, and of course it's going to create digestate as well. So I can put priorities. That's quite cool. So is that the only production I own? Yes, it is. I'm still kind of messing around, getting used to things. So we've got over here then that very small mower. That's not going to cut it. It's quite a good joke though, isn't it? So that's 80 horsepower, and the tractor can do 175. So let's have a look at the mowers. Here they are. So we've got this one which will go on the front, so that would be 140. That is enough. We can pull that. Now I have the year 1 pass, which means I've got things like the Vermeer pack, and I will be using the Vermeer pack, but just not yet. So I don't want to buy this. We're going to lease everything, because I'm also using the lease to buy mod, which is very useful. So how do I now get that mower? I think what I need to do is I need to go up. I need to buy a trailer, really, don't I? Let's have a look. On low loaders? No, maybe not. What would it be under? Would it be under trailers? You can see how new I am to FS22, and yes, I know FS22 is not a new game, but I just haven't really been playing it. I'm sure I'm missing something blatantly obvious here. Or maybe it is just here, unless it's in MISC. So we've got that one. Do we have any others? We've got an auto load one as well. What else have I got? Okay, so this one will auto load, but I'm not producing anything yet, so I think that's probably the most sensible. It is a bit small for putting equipment on. How much is this one? 15,000. So that would involve leasing as well, and that's not going to be... Yeah, we can't tow that. Alright, it looks like that's not going to work. I'm going to have to put the mod on that delivers items to us. But I'm not going to put it on now, because first off, we're going to have to go all the way up to the shop and pick up that mower. So I'll go and do that, and I'll be back in a minute. I've got the mower, and I'm just going to hook up to the rear one now. I am using manual attach, because so far I've been using it, and I've had no issues. I loved it in FS19 and 17, but I had a lot of problems with trucks. I'm yet to use a truck, so I don't know if I'm going to have the same problem. So we'll find out. Now this is ours. That one is not. Is that right? Yes, so this one here is ours. Okay. So let's get him unfolded. This is a pretty big grass field, I've got to say. Much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I have found this sometimes. Certain items don't want to unfold. Why does he not want to unfold? Did I? Oh, okay. That's why he doesn't want to unfold. Because I messed something up. So, turn him on, drop him down. And I am using precision farming, but we're not going to be worrying about any scanning just yet, because we aren't really in a position to be worrying about scanning. We have very, very little money. And I haven't cheated with the money at all. We started with 100,000. I used a big chunk of that to be able to lease some fields for us. We may have overexpanded a little, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, have spent a lot of money on fields basically, because the car that came with the field, with the car that we owned, I sold, and the one that I bought did not actually cost much more. I think only about 5,000 more for that, so it's not really a big deal. Now I am going to get these annoying jumps when I go inside. It only seems to happen because I have played quite a few hours now on here, just not on this map. I wanted to test things. And I had to test out maps as well, to see which one I really wanted to do. This one was actually a suggestion from me, because the map I was going to do, I just sort of, I don't know, I couldn't see myself being on there for too long. Oh, which reminds me, I need to tell you what the plan for this series is, don't I? So the plan is, some of you might be familiar with this. When you go for a job interview, quite often the question they ask you, which is incredibly annoying, is where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I never really have an answer. So what we're going to do on this map is we're going to play 5 years. We're going to see where we end up in 5 years' time. That's basically going to be it. I want to see how much we can achieve, starting off with... Well, this is quite good on Attingham, because even on New Farmer, we start with basically nothing. So, we start with a substantial amount of money, of course, but I haven't bought any fields. Everything I've got has been leased. So yeah, we're gonna see where we can get to in 5 years. Now, I've currently got it on 1 day per month. I think that's a little bit too harsh, and we should change it to 2 days per month. In fact, I will change it, and we'll do it like that, and we'll see what everyone thinks. So everyone just comment whether 2 days is enough or not. Now, there's going to be a little jump cut here while I just get the rest of these headlands done, and then we'll jump to a time lapse. So you can see on here I've done 2 headlands. So now we are going to rock and roll, and pick a nice view, and we're gonna get cracking on a time lapse. So I'll see you in a minute when it's done.
I won't let go till you say so. There isn't anything I wouldn't do. Wanna make sure that you understand. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. I wanna stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is no tomorrow. We could be in for the best ride. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you there is no tomorrow. Sometimes I wonder where you came from. You are special, yeah, you're special. Everything about you is so beautiful. I am all yours if you let me stay. You're the one who gives my life color. There is no another. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side. Stay in your sunlight. I wanna wake up with you by my side. Without you there is
There we go, that is everything done. So I'm going to go and put these away, and I'm going to windrow everything, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the collecting. But I've decided that this little patch of grass over here I'm also going to cut, because it seems like a waste. I'm not using it for anything, I may as well cut it. But I will come back when I've got everything cut and everything windrowed, and we can collect it up and start filling that silage pit. It has all been rowed up, so now what we're going to do is we're going to have a time lapse of me picking it all up and dumping it in that silage pit. So let's begin with that. You will have noticed that this is quite a painful process with this gearbox. I'm sure we've got the power to pull this wagon. 95 horsepower, and no, sorry, wrong button. And here 175, so we've got 80 horsepower spare to pull up the hill. And that hill doesn't look that significant, but he really is struggling with it. So rather than continue with this painful watch, I'm now going to go and collect the rest of this stuff off camera, and I'll come back when I've got it all in the pit. I have to say though, we're doing pretty well so far. If you look, I've got a mod on, but I need to find out what it is, because it's quite annoying. It always shows something up in the left corner. I think it's the info HUD. But 115,000 litres in here at the moment, and we've done, I don't know, how much have we done? I'd say a quarter of the field, so that is pretty good. That's very good. That means we're looking at around 400,000-ish for the full field. That's nice. Anyway, I'm going to go and continue, and I'll see you soon. Finally collected everything up, and we're going to pop it into here, and there's a lot that has actually dropped out, so I am going to need to fix that. But for now, we're just going to get this slot tipped. Come on, let's go down. Now, if anyone can give me any tips about how to use these gears better, I would greatly appreciate it, because as you can tell, I'm not doing very well. I'm working on the premise that, you know, being in gear 1, group 1, A, gives the most torque, but it doesn't seem to be working 100% like that, so yeah, not quite sure why, but let's just take this round here. I need to obviously compact that, and then we can use the little JCB to spread it all around, because I have managed to get some spilling out the ends. Okay, so let's just back you into here. Now, between the first part of this recording and the second, Maze Plus has been released, because I didn't get a chance to do all the recording on the same day. Now, that's awesome, because I love Maze Plus, and we are going to put it in. However, I tried turning it on, and of course, as you would probably expect, it changed what was on the ground. So what happened was everything on the ground stayed as grass, but all of this changed the whole crop. So we're going to get this, we're going to turn Maze Plus on once we've got this all compacted, I think. But one thing I did add is grazing add-on. And I'll show you in a second. I'm pretty sure that our cow pasture has got grass in it. And because it's got grass in it, that means we don't have to worry about getting them grass. So we won't have to give them grass. We will have plenty of silage, which we can give to them and sell. We obviously don't have any cows at the moment, so that's not a big deal, because what we're probably going to end up doing is selling maybe all of this. Although I haven't yet discovered if we're going to get money from this biogas plant. I don't quite understand. So if anybody knows, let me know. However, saying that, I'm almost certain that I'm going to record 3 or 4 videos in a row, which means this one will go out, then there will be at least 2 already stacked up. So I will already know actually by the time you comment. But if you have any tips, please send me the tips. I do need those. Right. Let's park him over here. Just get him out of the way. There we go. Let's get over to this guy. I haven't used a telehandler in ages. Do I? No, I don't have my controls set up. I do like that they will say on low on the back of it. So, let's just pop him down. You don't need to scoop up much from this area. This side is pretty good already. Mainly on the other side. There we go. This is a nice way of actually making sure it's compacted while it's sticking it all back in. So this side, definitely going to be more tricky, a bit more work. We should be able to handle it, no problem. Oh, let's get that bucket in the right place first. Oh, I didn't know it was going to do that. That's very good. Okay, that's like the real shovel mod on 19, which I did like. And we're just gonna get this last bit over here. Oh. There we go, we're almost done. So now, we'll just compact it as we go, or we would if we weren't getting stuck. Come on. I've managed to make some mountains. That's right. Right, 100%. Let's get off. Awesome. So, 319,000. So, blanket that guy. Awesome. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck? Okay. So, if we look here, we can see these are the other two grass fields that we own. We've got this one here for the sheep as well. Do we own more fields? Yeah, we got a grass field up there as well. There's so much grass. You need to cultivate some, actually. Field 35 makes sense to leave as grass because it's right next to the pit. Just makes a lot of sense. 25 and 26. Well, we are going to need hay, so I'd suggest we keep one, maybe 26 for hay. Or even 19 for hay, and keep these two for cultivate these two up. Anyway, grass, you can see here, this is the cow area. It's not part of a field, and there is grass that is ready to be harvested, so I hope that means the cows can actually eat in there. Right, that is us done for today. So thank you very, very much for watching, everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.